This news update is brought to you by
I won for me to me.
For me?
You don't need speakers, right?
Upgrade to win every week with Lime. Sign up for Lime TV or broadband or purchase an iPhone 6 or Samsung Note 4. Upgrade Christmas with Lime.
It's Friday, December 12, 2014, and time for the Barbados Today afternoon update. I'm Kmar Jordan. A warm welcome to you. We begin with news at this hour that lawmen are busy investigating another shooting incident less than 24 hours after 3 men were shot and injured in Sergeant's Village, Christchurch. Police spokesman David Welch says 1 man is currently warded at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital after he was shot at Todds St George at his home. The incident occurred sometime after 8 last night. Police are, however, withholding his name at this time, but Welch tells Barbados Today investigations continue and his department is on top of the situation. Meantime, Marva Ward, the 36-year-old mother of 2 who was attacked by Wendell Nathaniel Goddard earlier this week, remains in hospital. Barbados Today understands that Ward received an extensive injury to her hands in the violent cutlass attack, which occurred at Haggett Hall on Wednesday. She's also nursing several chop wounds about her body as a result of the incident. Goddard, who was charged with the offense of serious bodily harm, has been remanded to prison until January 8th next year. In other news, 2 political scientists are concerned that Barbados appears to be stuck in a rut. In a frank assessment yesterday, Dr. George Bell cautions that both the French Stewart administration and the opposition Barbados Labour Party are facing serious internal challenges, which they must tackle sooner rather than later. Amid an apparent rift between Finance Minister Chris Sinclair and Agriculture Minister Dr. David Estwick over sugar, which has prompted fresh threats from Estwick that he may part ways with the cabinet, Dr. Bell tells Barbados Today the government is in disarray.
The government is so weak that the cabinet is in disarray. I would say further, I said earlier in the week that between the government and the opposition, there seems to be stalemate. So,
in what sense, a stalemate?
Well, that neither one has advantage in relation to getting past the other at this particular moment. So what that would do is to create opportunities for individual people to create advantage for one side or the other.
At the same time, political scientist Dr. Tennyson Joseph believes the opposition leader, Mia Motley, has made some missteps in recent months, but he says she still has some time to fix them.
When you have those kinds of situations, like the Estwick issue, the frustration on the tax refunds, the general sense that they are intending layoffs to come or to the mergers of the various statutory corporations that you were hearing about if in the next budget and so forth. These all present themselves as potentially, I don't want to use the word revolutionary, but potentially potential moments around which one can build a movement. So she has to do something, and that's what she's trying to do.
Meantime, Tourism Minister Richard Seeley makes a pitch for workers in the bread and butter sector to get a pay increase. Yes, you heard it right. Speaking at the annual Tourism Week function where industry workers were recognized for their vital role in making tourists happy, Mr. Seeley says hoteliers are now in a better situation after being granted government concessions. And with tourism business looking up for the winter season, he feels employers can afford to give workers a long overdue increase.
The workers in the tourism industry have held strain for a number of years now. In the negotiations, the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, for a number of years, they agreed not to put any pressure for increases in terms of the salaries and so negotiated. Having held strain for all of these years, know that indeed we have seen more spending. Now that the government has come to the table and has given the sector some extremely generous concessions, I would sincerely hope that the returns that they're seeing will be shared as well with the workers.
Well, it was all laughter and good cheer at the Pediatric Ward yesterday as Santa Claus made a special appearance just in time for Christmas. It was all part of a Christmas treat from PINEHILL Dairy. The staff of the country's major drinks manufacturer descended on wards C7 and C8 with lots of food and gifts delivered by Santa himself, lighting up the faces of the little ones. PINEHILL spokesman Henry Yearwood says, recession or no recession, the annual Christmas party, which is in its 25th year, is here to stay.
This is one that we weren't going to cut back on. The Christmas is a time for happiness and for spreading cheer and for giving gifts. As much as a company may be challenged when you've made commitments to your society, you have to fulfill and to satisfy those. And the children of Barbados and them enjoying Christmas has to be one of the most important things that we continue to do. If we were going to cut, we'd have to cut from somewhere else. But the QEH Christmas party for the children of the ailing children of Barbados at one of the happiest times of year has to be one of the things that are maintained on the PINEHILL calendar. It must be.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
To regional news now, where Guyana's main opposition party, a Partnership for National Unity, raises concerns with the main electoral body as the country prepares for a highly anticipated poll in the new year. We get more now in this Capital News report.
APNU Executive Member Joseph Harmon said the partnership is not relying on any statements made by the President regarding GECOM's preparedness for general and regional elections.
Actually have basically taken our preparations to another level, and this is why we have engaged GECOM. We do not want to be relying on statements about GECOM's preparedness, statements made by Dr. Luncheon or by anybody other than GECOM.
General elections could be held by mid-next year.
And this one just come into hand. London's airspace closed due to a computer failure. All airports have been closed in London. More details as they come to hand. Brazilian police arrest a man who confesses to the killing of 42 people over the last decade in Rio de Janeiro. The man was nabbed shortly after stabbing a woman to death. Confessed as well that he killed another 37 women, 3 men, and a 2-year-old girl. Police are searching for the alleged victims and say they have found 4 so far.
The Brazilian man arrested on suspicion of 1 murder, now confessing to more than 40 over 10 years.
I'd kill and then leave. I'd kill, stay there for a bit, and then leave.
Dos Graças was arrested in a suburb of Rio after allegedly stabbing a woman to death. His claim of being a serial killer has surprised police and shocked Brazilians. Most of his alleged victims are thought to be women. Experts say the 26-year-old is probably a psychopath, showing no remorse and seeming to enjoy the attention.
I started robbing purses and things like that, little things. And as I got older, I started having different thoughts. From stealing, I started thinking about killing. By the time I was 17, I killed the first person. I felt the adrenaline.
Police say they are convinced because of the detail in his confessions, which they're now checking against their records.
And on that tragic note, we come to the end of the afternoon update. We hope you can have more joyful news for you in the next update. But in the meantime, you can log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper or email updates, or better yet, like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on iZoomi Media, in bus terminals, or via Screenplay at a supermarket or a gas station near you. Also, tune in to channel 101 on Lime TV for all the latest news and sports. I'm Kmar Jordan. Remember, it's the season to be jolly. So, ho ho ho.
This news update is brought to you by...
You got an upgrade for Christmas.
If you're feeling lucky, you could win some money.
An upgrade for Christmas.
$200,000 in cash and prizes. With Lime, you could win some money. It's Lime's Christmas Lottery. 250 winners this Christmas, oh yeah.
Sign up or upgrade to super fast broadband, Lime TV, e-billing, a data plan. Top up $15. Purchase a handset or text 4263 to enter.
Upgrade for Christmas.